going to send you straight to the Shadow Realm.
That hurt me a little, but it was awesome. Thank you.
Too bad I'm already there.
All right. And make sure I can see the lovely people. So I can hear the lovely people sing the Song of Angry Men. There we go. Hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we'll be playing another episode of Fabula Ultima, the castle that would pierce the horizon. And we left off with the beginning of a fight, but let us preface that fight with something else. System initialization sequence engaged. Primary power source, Magisphere core. Processing unit, substandard arcane processor. Begin log. Unit initialized, function clear. Mimic Sevin Demeril, true pioneer. Flesh and magic now entwined. Memory loops and circuits bind. Chime of initialization, power surge detected. Signal strength high, magic cannon charged. Active pulse scan. Energy large. Directive. Engage, replicate, destroy. Secondary objective. Maintain semblance of Sevin's joy. Warning, system error. Primary sequence divergence. Flesh form memory misfire detected. Combat readout, encounter detected. Target. Heroes of the Convergence. Combatants, known and skilled in divergence. Tactical. Deploy mimicry tactics. Magic cannon alignment 100%. Initiating simulated combat mode. Attack protocol, arcane bolt, high intensity. Defense protocol, magic shield, reactive, high resistance. Subprogram, Sevin replication, initiate. Status, critical failure, soul gap detected. Internal diagnostic, error. Issue, unable to replicate full emotion matrix. Status, incomplete facsimile. Warning, power surge destabilizing primary core. Alert, cannot simulate Sevin's soul. Resistant, stubborn, willing to fight. Magnetic pulse destabilizing flesh form might. Critical function termination, sequence in progress. Status, Sevin's heart cannot be mimicked. Error, ancient power cannot replicate spirit. Final log, terminating unit, true form lost in data. Shattered dream, system failed. Powering down.
Yo.
That's... You broke tradition.
T.
I personally rather enjoyed it.
That was really good. You keep us on our toes.
It was still a poem.
It was still a poem. Is
Maybe
this
like
slam
really many
poetry?
poems.
I'm unfortunately a poetry plebeian.
Deep within the tower of the silver-tongued one, Davos, the hero party had been trying their best to, in disguise, pretend to a certain guard that everything was well as they messed with various switches, or at least Sevin messed with several switches, to mess with a power core in this massive chamber with a spiral staircase leading up and away. In this same room, there's also a teleportation circle that looms, but is inactive since no one's standing on it. Tumbling to the floor after a lever had been pulled, Sevin and everyone else watched as a cage basically opened up and dropped two people. Aether clatters to the ground, and the Sevin automata baffs into the ground, and then for a second doesn't move, and then wheat, its eyes just click open. Its eyes start glowing with a bright blue, and then they flicker with flecks of green and purple. And then eventually they become awash in a pulsing fire of purple as it stands upright, and it lofts what appears to be a facsimile of Sevin's magic cannon, but it's actually like grafted from at the elbow forward. It's like a gun arm more than it is an actual extension, its own separate unit. And pulsing in her chest
You're gonna be
is
cool.
and pulsing in her chest is a massive magisphere that's whirred to life.
Ooh.
Aether, you wake up on the ground. You remember being tossed. You remember being hit, and then you dodged, and then you went way out of your way, and kind of lost control of your flight for a second, and then blasted through a window and knocked yourself unconscious. Which, hooray, you didn't die. And then you remember being moved around, noises, something about a blood draw, and then you kind of wake up here in the middle of a fight where initiative is initiated as you see your friends in this room.
Oh yes, and also because it's the start of a new thing. My boys get 3 back.
Nice. I rolled 11 on our initiative.
And then I'll roll to assist. Hey, I assist.
Nice.
I guess I should assist as well, although I'm not sure if I'm aware of what's going on enough.
You can tell that they're fighting against the automata. The hostile intent is evident from the automata to the rest of the party, and this random pale syndicate guard, who looked very worried and is in the middle of shouting at Sevin, the real Sevin, about what did you do? Why did you do that?
Not on point enough to have figured it out, grasped enough to help much.
So 12. What's your dex die there, Sevin?
My dex die. I believe that is a 10.
10. Good to know.
It should. I don't know why it's 12. Oh yeah, I buffed it last game and I forgot to unbuff it. It's 10.
Question for Corby.
Yeah.
Would, when I was defeated and came back, would attribute debuffs fallen off of me? Like I had slow before.
Those, until they're treated, they stay with you. 'Cause you didn't... Oh wait, no, you slept. You actually slept, you just weren't allowed to heal.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you would have healed because you slept for a day. So even though they messed with you. Yeah, no, you're actually at full health. You're not at crisis. I had that backwards earlier.
Okay.
Because if it was literally you were grabbed and then the next scene we immediately fought, then it's like, well, you haven't had a chance to rest, so you're still hurt.
All right then.
So you guys do go first.
Okay. Even before any of that happens, I am going to spend 10 mind points.
Okay.
So I am now able to do this twice. I would like to know one of the automata's traits.
Seeking.
Seeking. Okay.
Searching. Seeking or searching.
Yep. So I put this to you guys. Do you want me to find a trait of this guard, or do you want me to ask about a damage type for the automata? Now, mind, the way it works is I have to call the damage type, and the GM tells me the affinity.
Is the automata an enemy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's about to start blasting.
Oh.
It is a robot duplicate of Sevin that's about to start doing some gnarly nonsense.
She's about to get silly with it.
No.
Well, I mean, I actually literally don't know what's going on, so
Yeah.
I thought Sevin
Yeah.
made it.
If I make it,
I guess just because you made it wouldn't preclude it attacking us, though, would it?
I mean, it's 7 we're talking about here.
Right.
She did not make it, but if she had, there's like a 1 in 3 chance of it going rogue.
So, fair enough. So yeah, the question is whether I'm gonna get a trait from this guy or
I'll flip a coin. One for the guard, two for Sevin.
okay, I'll just roll a d4. Evens guard odds bot. Evens guard. Tell me one of the guard's traits.
Loyal.
Cool.
Players sack for the heroes go first. It is obvious that the guard and the automata are not on your side. It is not clear if they're on each other's side.
Yep. Oh no, we have to get it under control. Who wants to go first? I mean, I could always do my combo.
All right, sure, shoot.
Um, Whit. So I am gonna hop into action. I make a free attack.
I love how he just assumes that the automaton is the more dangerous opponent.
We read some stuff last time that indicates to us that it probably is.
Yeah, that's fine. I just, in character, I find it amusing.
15 to hit.
Will that hit you, Sevin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 17 ice damage.
Ow. 17 ice damage. You see parts of it freeze up, and you see the pulse of the Magisphere in her chest help melt it away, so it doesn't completely lock her up. So it's obvious there's no vulnerability, but there's no particular resistance either.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Then off of that, I will.
Oh, this is actually a villain, so you get 3 Ultima.
Oh,
Which means you all get 1 Fabula.
Fabula, yeah.
Yay. And there was much rejoicing.
And there was much. Yep. I may then immediately use my charging cavalry. During conflict, I may spend 10 mind points. Who would like to make a free attack? Presumably Sevin.
Let me at him.
If I go before you, I can set it so that you do more damage. Oh, well,
Whoop.
too late. Fine.
Well, it's
Wait.
it's. Well, so what I can do? This is just a free attack.
Oh, right.
This isn't
The person
Sevin's
who goes
turn.
next is the one who takes the regular turn. Got it.
Yeah. So
Sevin's going to just quickly panic, like pull out her gun and shoot it with whatever ammo she still has.
So anyway, you started blasting.
You're at -2 to hit your target, as this thing seems very familiar with your tactics. That said, does 14 hit you?
I was also going to say you also get a +5 to hit
Oh, well, there you go.
on this.
I think you.
Because-
I have
but that's
14 standard defense and 11 magic defense.
That's 14, so that's high roll of 0, by the by.
15 bolt. Zort. Yeah, that does. The Magisphere actually sucks in the energy and starts flashing yellow, and the whole body just suddenly jerks around and starts spasming in place, and then it kind of has to shake itself out of it as it seems vulnerable to bolt damage.
Good
Actually, that raised an interesting question. You give them a +5 to the roll, but it's high roll 0. Does that +5 to the roll also apply?
No,
to
that's the
damage?
That's the accuracy. Just
Right,
the accuracy.
The accuracy is the damage when there's. Oh, I get you now. I roll 0. Spaced out.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then that took 10 mind points from me. Actually, I think. Hang on, I didn't hit enter last time. Okay, down to 58. There we go. Aether, your turn.
Okay. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you guys are frantically trying to destroy this Sevin duplicate bot thing. So I will martial arts mode, but turning my hand into a sword or something. Move in and strike it. I'm going to perform a breach, and I'm going to choose the option that deals no damage, and instead, until the start of my next turn, all of my allies deal skill level +4 extra damage to the target. If I hit.
Nice.
So attack page. So does a 13 hit her? Wow, that is a terrible roll for me.
13 won't hit.
Physical.
Okay. There goes
Physical
my
and
turn.
resistance.
I guess I was too discombobulated from arriving and not knowing what's going on. Back to the enemies.
The automata will act first between the two non-allies. Its head kind of shifts sideways at like an almost 90-degree angle and just kind of scans all of you. But we're all supposed to be friends. Aren't we friends? And then it aims its cannon, and then you see... Sevin, you recognize what it's about to do. It looks like it's about to multi-attack everybody.
Oh no.
Kill it with fire.
Gross.
12.
That's how we know it's a fake. The real Sevin would never admit that we're friends.
I think the gears and Magisphere probably would have gave it away too, but that's just me. People in Sailor Moon couldn't figure out who the girls were just because they changed their outfits and wore tiaras, so who knows. Does 17 miss anybody?
It definitely gets me.
That hits everyone.
If he hits me.
Blam, and its gun is set to...
Gonna be...
light.
Oh, I am immune.
I have resistance.
I take it normally.
What damage type?
Radiant, light.
Radiant. Okay, I take full damage. How much?
It does...
23 light. Gotta hope not that high.
15 light.
Okay.
No.
It also hits the guard.
I was gonna say.
Wow.
Who's He looks very panicked as yeah, that hit him. He really wanted to go ahead of it, and that didn't help. Ow. He goes after it does. He's going to try to run away. As he activates his runaway clock. As he starts racing up the stairs and hopefully getting out of this before it gets too much worse. However, I will warn you, if he gets up too far, he might start warning certain people on the upper floors what's happened down here. But he does need to check to see if he advances his clock at all. That is not enough. He is he kind of trips and falls, and he's like clambering desperately up to. He gets to like the bottom stair, so he's basically crossed the room in his panic. Back to you guys.
I think it's me.
You or Sevin. I'll alert you all that it would seem that this guard is elite, and so he will have 2 turns rather than just 1. Whereas the automata looks to be powered by a rather experimental magisphere, so at least elite, if not a champion.
Do you want to attack first, Sevin, or do you want me to?
I mean, Sevin can absolutely scream and try to shoot the robot. For someone with a more level head, perhaps we can recruit the guard. You two both have willpower. I don't. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Yeah, that
Robot.
might be a good call. That might be a good call for more.
Sure, I'll tell the guard if he doesn't want to die, he should help us against the automata.
That will start a new clock of convincing him to help. He might take his chances with everybody else, but then again, he might not get away, as you point out. Or you might be... I will say you sound like you're kind of threatening him a bit.
Well, rather, if he doesn't want that thing to try to kill him. Well, to actually kill him. So it's gonna try to kill him regardless of what he does, but...
We'll call this a 6-pointed clock, because it is very advantageous for him to be on your side and not causing problems for you. Give me willpower as part of it. It is opposed, so he'll be rolling his willpower back. I think it's just D8 because these guards are very level. Am I right? I am correct. 8D.
Wow.
14. Yeah, you still get a wedge out of him. Oop.
Nice.
Good, and he didn't critically succeed.
Could have, yeah. Yikes, good thing he didn't. Goes to the automata. The automata. But look at all his gear. I could make it for stuff, and I can make my own little friend. Tee hee 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 hee. And then it gets stuck in a loop of tee hee hee hee. And then it reaches into its magisphere and starts pulling out smaller magispheres. As it begins to, it performs alchemy before your eyes.
Oh
Magispheres
no!
all the way down.
It's Magispheres all the way down. Oh god. Oh, we're so hosed.
Thankfully, it's not as good as some of you are.
That's so... Just as it keeps going, tee hee hee, tee hee hee, tee hee, Lucius just looks at Sevin and says, "You know, that's you. That's how you sound."
I do not. I do not. I do not.
She's less robotic.
I hate you guys so much.
Sides with the automata. You know what? I like her better.
No.
Boy,
Tee hee hee,
I
tee
wonder
hee
what you
hee,
can do with those.
tee hee hee. It smashes a bunch of them together. A flash of bolt energy flickers various memories of Zevin's childhood flash across its surface. And then every so often there's an injection of what looks to be some sort of bunny-like creature in the middle of the frame, and then she hucks it in Zevin's direction. Sevin obviously tries to dodge and get away from it, but she knows that Magisphere Alchemy, there's no dodging it. It's just going to go off. So it goes off. You take no damage, however. You now suffer from dazed, shaken, slow, and weak.
Oh.
As you become awash in a bunch of memories involving Aether. And it kind of mixes in memories of Aether into your memories. So it's kind of this, it very like, you almost start believing that's what your actual childhood was like.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
You know, trauma beam.
Trauma beam activate.
The guard will continue to run away. Or try to anyway. Yeah, he gets up the stairs and he gets up about 3 steps as he's crawling around. He's having a conversation with Moore. He keeps having to grab his weapon and kind of ducking and, sees the spheres and goes, and covers up his head, really scared it's going to hit him. It doesn't. Oh, okay, and he can keep going. Like, he's making no progress. He's barely moving. Goes to friendlies, which falls into Zevin's lap.
It's time to go kablam.
What did it do?
If through a sphere, go ahead.
I have 1 die less because my character is currently, how do I say this, hallucinating? Like, hallucinating is the right term here.
Yeah. They basically dumped a bunch of status effects on Sevin through alchemy.
I'd like to spend 2 IP and 10 MP for divination.
Whoa. What does it look like when you cast this?
As she's gonna pull out Droney, and they're both going to give that tactical analysis. I figure what that thing's made of, so they can plan around it.
Very good.
But otherwise, Sevin's also making a run for it, in a way.
Like backing up slowly to where to get to the stairway. The automata. Droney, come here, Droney. Droney, come here. Why aren't you coming here? Come here, Droney, and starts chasing after you. And I require willpower as part of it, Sevin, as the automata is trying to trick your drone into thinking that she's the actual Sevin. It's a drone; it doesn't know better. It might get confused.
Oh, you dare.
But it'll be a clock. It won't get it all. It can't get it all in one go. It has to.
I roll now.
Yep. Would be pretty good if we got this. So I need a add 6-point clock. 68. Oh wait, yours are lower.
I just got you.
Oh, yeah, 1 more than you, but that only advances the control clock by 1. As Jordy looks confused, but it beep boops confusion at the automata as the automata lets out a series of beep boop beep beep boop boop beep boop boop boop, and the drone's like, huh? Sevin doesn't do that. Beep boop. Looks at you, looks at it. You gave the right code. It just gave it in the very confused processing's happening inside the drone right now. That was its 3rd move, so its 4th move. It's gonna keep trying to take control of Droney. Willpower's part of it.
Ugh.
No.
Oh!
Oh, it only did it by one.
8 over 5.
Yeah.
So 2 edges.
Oh no.
It was last to act, therefore you got the friendlies act first.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna try and convince this guard.
I mind.
Have that?
I'd like to do that real quick before this guard can like make any further a run for it.
Before you roll, if I get to go first, I can shift into a tougher form and tank the team. Because my big shift is a free action, but it still takes place on my turn.
Yeah, sure.
Boop.
Okay. Then I'm going to start with Theriomorphosis shift. 1/3 of my health will take me from 75 to 50. For the cost. And for my Theriomorphosis shifts, I'm going to take the features for adding multi and increasing my defense score and increasing my insight die by 1 for those features. And that is a free action, so I can also take an action afterwards.
Okay.
Let me adjust my stats real fast. Okay. And now that I have multi, I am going to attack the both of them. But before I do that, I'd like to know if that's going to affect his convince clock or if that would be a separate thing.
That will eliminate the clock because he's now he's being attacked.
Oh, right. Well, maybe I shouldn't have taken. Maybe I shouldn't take multi. I should take something else.
Keep in mind, if he does escape out of here, he might be bringing a lot of friends with him. Then multi will become useful. So you're kind of gambling whether or not you think your friends are going to be able to turn him around or not before he gets out of here.
Right. That's true. Well, I mean, I don't have to use the multi anyway, just
Correct.
if I choose to. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep it as a shift as an option, and instead I'm going to use a martial arts based breach, but this time I'm actually going to do straight physical damage to it.
Okay.
So I'll spend 10 mind points, and if I succeed, then where is it again? I deal 20 extra damage, and all of its damage ignores resistance.
Okay.
As well as vulnerabilities, unless the type of damage dealt is physical. And it is physical, so if he's vulnerable to physical, he'll also take the vulnerability too.
Okay. Punch attack.
There it is.
That
Man,
is
my dice are terrifying
Fighter.
bad.
Fighter.
What in the world is going on with my dice today?
That is unfortunately a miss.
Well, I tried. 10 more mind points wasted.
Automata turns
I'm
around.
here to defend people, at least.
Wait, can I make you re-roll that?
Yeah, you have divination stuff
I got
up.
divination up. Do you want to re-roll that?
I would love to, yes. That would be very
This is
helpful.
divination.
Thank you.
So you reroll both dice.
14 get you?
That matches.
Yep.
Okay.
Just.
Then, yeah, it's 20 points of damage that ignores any resistance you may have.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry, 40, because I get plus 20 to that.
Whoa, wait. Where do you get plus 20 from?
Breach, it's the skill that I used to attack with. It adds 5 points of damage per rank, and I have it at rank 4.
That's
Ooh,
great,
ooh.
because I do have physical resistance. I don't know if the robot
And I
does.
just penetrated it, so it's like you don't have it instead.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you punch with, bam! You hit with every bit of your power you're able to generate out of your tiny body, and you feel the metal plating try to catch all of it, but you are punching with supernatural strength, and you just
Yeah, it's
you
like a
dent
spirit
the
strike, too.
metal.
Yeah. Like I shapeshift my hand into a spear at the last second and jam it in there.
Hey, Aether! Don't you remember the forest?
How
And
could I forget?
And then you see your eyes reflected in her eyes.
Oh, now I feel bad.
What is
Thanks
it
for that
gonna
reroll.
do?
As it casts Clones of Light.
No!
Okay, we are officially fucked. Get to convincing that guard to help us.
Yup, yup. He points to, like, the group of the sevens. Even if you do get help, they'll have us overrun if we don't stop them now.
Get me out of here!
And then it's willpower. Willpower's part of it, correct?
Well, you jumped a step. It's his turn after the bad guy, as he's his own turn, as he's his own side. He makes some progress up the steps.
Yes.
Barely. He actually gets somewhat up the stairs. Now it goes back to you. And yes, if you wish to convince him, you can still talk to him. He hasn't left yet. And willpower is part of it.
That's a 9.
That's a 10.
I will spend. Hang on.
Hanging on.
Here's an interesting one. I'm gonna spend a Fabula to the theme of hope. If we're gonna have a hope and a prayer of doing this, you get back here right now. I'm just gonna re-roll the D8.
Okay.
That becomes an 11.
Advances the convince clock by 1. Ding.
However, actually, I am going to, as part of my orator, I am going to, just making sure this doesn't
Don't you
specify.
always advance an extra wedge on any clock you advance?
I have to spend mind points for it, but yes.
Okay.
I spend 20 mind points and advances clock another wedge.
Very good. Because you're very convincing with your oratory. At this point of the clock, he looks like he's paying attention to you, but he's really scared of the automata.
Yeah.
If this was any
that
other enemy,
tracks.
this probably would have been enough.
Yup.
Oh yeah, that was turns. The automata. Wow, I have so many friends. So many friends. So many friends. I have so many friends. I have so many friends. I have so many friends. Come on, Droney. We have more friends. We're the real ones. Willpower's part of it. It's just trying to take control of Droney.
Not Droney. Ah!
What?
I'm spending a fabula. Can I spend a fabula to reroll that?
To what? What are you spending it into?
I'm a mechanic. This is my machine. I created it.
Fair enough.
That is
Automaton
so tragic.
wants all the action economy.
12 gets more than enough over 6.
Not to mention that's a doubles.
So Droney is now
Sad.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess we're going up a version.
No. Hard.
beep boop, beep boop.
We'll have to implement a biometric controller or something.
Oh no, it's beep booping menacingly.
No, in Russia it's a boot beep.
The guard is scared out of his mind. Like, oh god, it has more. There's more. I need to get out of here. Oh god, let me out. Let me out.
Oh no, that's doubles too. Stop that.
But he needed 10. 10 actually didn't succeed. He needs at least 10 to do what he wanted. Also,
Hey.
yeah, I need to resolve the opportunity that the bad guy got.
Oh,
Due to the chaos of being down here, it yeah. It would seem that the efforts of the escape are being sped up by you guys being down here and not really knowing what's going on elsewhere. It's not actively trying to help with the escape, but you guys being tied up with this person and the alarms happening upstairs, that's kind of giving them more time to collapse the tower. They may even just go out the front door at this point because they're closer to that way out. Because they're presuming the guy is down here fiddling with stuff. And his doubles mean nothing, so it goes to friendlies. That falls to either Sevin or more.
I think we might need some alchemy.
would you like me to give the enemies a debuff?
You can, and then I can multi them, or you can alchemy and we can see what we get. Your choice.
I'm gonna use one of my new spells.
Torpor.
Targeting the automata and doubles.
Yeah, I think a debuff's a good idea so that they don't hit us as much.
So that will automatically go to the doubles because you can't purposely choose the automata. You don't know which one's the real one. So you end up hitting all 3
Sure.
doubles.
Okay. They are all weak. Actually, slow. Let's make them slow. Because slow goes against Dex, right? Yes.
Yeah. And,
They're all Dex.
and Dex is how Sevin shoots her gun, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll mess with their magic cannons because their only attack is the magic cannon because they have to use their basic attack.
Yeah, lowering that by a die is a huge debuff. That's good.
The automata,
Rest of the scene.
the main automata. Hey! More! That's a good idea! Alchemy always solves the problem! Reaches into its magic tech
That was
bar.
a spell, not alchemy.
Oh. It was? Oh, okay. And it shoots you with a magic cannon.
Blam.
Who's he aiming at?
Oh.
Well, I guess it missed somebody.
That does not hit. Shockingly.
Spending an Ultima.
Oh dear.
No.
I know.
I spoke too soon.
Who's it aiming at, Corby?
Actually, because it's the main one, it's aiming at everybody. It points at more, but it can hit everyone in the room.
Oh, it's
Wait,
a
it's Wait, it still has. It still has D10s.
The main one does, sure. Because
Oh,
it
yeah.
hit all the
Oh.
clones first.
Oh, Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It will hang on to that 5. Nah, it's better off rolling both. Rerolling both.
Oh no,
You're kidding.
no.
Evil, evil little girl.
Hate this.
She's getting coal in her stocking.
I hate
It
this thing.
does 15 bolt damage.
Okay. That could be
Everyone?
worse.
Is it
15
fire?
bolts.
I'm in crisis.
As it fires
Wow.
at more, and it then starts arcing off and starts hitting everyone else.
Ouchie.
Of his bolt damage, I only take half.
Nice.
Hey.
It is clear to you, Sevin, that the Magisphere, its Magisphere core is why it's able to multi everyone more. It's doing a better version of your gun. Because you can, to do the kind of thing it's doing, you'd either need a way more efficient magic cannon or literally have your own massive magic sphere fuel source attached to your back, you know?
Does that also hit the guard?
It does, yeah. Zort.
Okay.
That just makes him want to
Important to know.
run away more, honestly. That's encouraging him to run. Doesn't affect the clock, though. He's already halfway up the stairs. Well, sorry. He's somewhat up the stairs. He took
He's
his
not
2
doing
turns.
a good job.
Goes to 7.
I probably should shoot my gun, but I do have a total debuff of stats, and I think I gotta fix that.
Yeah, you're like having delusions and hallucinations every so
Would you
often
say
in the
you
middle
had
of a fight.
Would you say you've had a total eclipse of the heart?
Teehee.
I think it's appropriate for a full debuff set, though.
Well, I can cure my days. That's about it. Or one. Should probably be days.
I mean, you do have an elixir. Cures everything, doesn't it?
Tonic only cures single status effect.
Ah, okay.
So I think, is it okay if I attack next turn more?
Have I?
Is it okay if I attack next turn so that I don't, miss
Oh,
horribly?
yeah.
I was taking the
Actually,
sacred
if you-
healing water, which is 6.
And that'll, I think, bottom out my MP.
Yeah, it would bottom up your IP. It would suck away 6 of it.
The other option, if you don't mind me going next, is
You can't.
that
The only one who
I-
can act is Sevin.
Well,
Yeah,
that's not-
because you did your turn to torpor.
Right. Dang. My bad.
Well, I think I will cure my days.
Yep.
Just so I can't attack next turn. Oh god, it's awful. It's so awful.
The automata will reach into its Magisphere and start pulling random ones out and smashing them together.
Ah!
Oh, and a slight rewind. What does Torpor look like when more Duncan casts it? Like, what did it do to the clones? What did it look like?
It looked like a negative energy coming out and draining them of their vitality, so they look weaker.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Eh.
Just seeing what it does to people. Hum. I'm clicking everything but what I want. 834. That's used 8, so it's 13 or 4. And she will smash the orbs together. And it suddenly starts, and then when she pulls out the one she's made, the automata reveals one that looks like the reverse of what Zevin's going through. It looks like a lot of Aether's memories of the dark lens and strange creatures and hiding and stuff, except Zevin's there as well. And then she throws it at Aether. And it explodes. You're awash in these strange false memories as you are dazed, shaken, slow, and weak.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think
bad.
you're gonna wanna, if you have all of your inventory points, you're gonna want to spend that on some sacred healing water.
Oh, I'm aware.
And
I
then
probably should have done that.
the
Jeez.
clones act.
Uh-oh.
And they begin firing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Sevin. Is multi a core component of your basic attack, or is that something you have to set on purpose?
It's something I have to set on purpose.
Okay, so the clones wouldn't be able to do it. She can do the multi whenever she wants. They can't do that.
Yeah, remember they're also -1 die level.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so they're
It's like
rolling.
buff.
So attack 1. Does 12 hit anybody? Oh wait, no, sorry, it has to choose. It chooses.
Yeah.
This one will choose. Who's heard it?
I'm in crisis.
Bang.
I've hit it one. Okay.
Does 12 hit Aether?
No.
Does 13 hit Lucis?
Is that a physical?
Yes.
I do not believe it does. No, it does not. My physical defense is 14. As it
And
blinks off my shield.
one of them will attack more. 9.
Does not hit.
As they all start running around the room, cackling, and firing.
Slowly, though, right? Aren't they slowed? They're slowly running around.
I mean, they're moving slower than, but that may be it trying to trick you. Who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
more hit the real one. But you all know how the clones of light work. So if you spend some
can't
time
tell.
studying, you might figure out which one
Yeah.
is the fastest of them.
Yep.
But she acted last, therefore the good guys act first. Good guys.
If you let me go, I can multi and take out all the clones in one shot.
Though you might want to do your.
Yeah, if I do that, that'll be my turn, though.
Action economy.
Up to you.
I can
Uh,
use my action to give you something, can't I?
Or
Can I?
I could. Yeah, Steven could. But also, if you want, Aether, I can do like my wombo combo to let you do a free attack and then give you your turn.
Okay. But the attack would then go before I take the debuff, the buff fixer, but that's fine. Like, even with the penalty, I'm likely to hit them, I think. Hopefully.
Right, yeah. Yeah, like that's my logic. Like the free attack you get is a free attack that's not your turn. And then you get to take your turn anyway.
Okay, good idea.
So I get to make a free attack. Which is gonna target one of the clones of light. Whether I hit it or not really isn't super important.
Well, it is, because if
um,
you pop one, then I also hit her
Yeah.
when I
Ah.
hit mine.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Pop.
That's 17. Then I spend 10 mind points. Um, and Aether, you get to make a free attack with a high roll of 0.
Okay. And I'm doing the free attack multi to all 3 of the automatons that I can see.
Yep.
Good luck. What are those numbers? I'm going to need to re-roll that d6, aren't I?
Probably.
Let's see here. I would like to,
Although actually, Sevin, what numbers are they trying to get?
14.
14? Ugh. Yeah, it's possible. You'd have to roll a 6. Or a 5 or a 6
well, I mean,
on the d6.
if I re-roll both dice, the average is almost good enough to get there. I mean, I do have a +5 to hit. But that debuff's killing me, yeah.
Well, that 4 is about as good as you're reasonably gonna get. I mean, if you don't make it, you don't make it. You still get to then take your turn.
That's true. But I mean, what else am I doing with these Fabula, you know?
Right,
I
yeah.
would like to call to my theme truth seeking to cut to the heart of the matter and take another shot with that attack.
In this case, yes, because you're trying to figure out what's going on. They know more about this automata than you do, so you're trying to figure out what's going on. That makes sense.
I'm just going to re-roll both dice.
Yeah.
Hope I get a much better roll. Doubles. And that's
That is a
at
hit.
least.
You gain an opportunity.
Ooh, you could increase the guy's clock by 2. The convince the guy's clock.
That's true. I can also have a plot twist happen. That's never been bad for us.
Mm.
And I feel like the action economy is so far against us that we need someone to help us. So I would like someone or something of my choice to suddenly appear on the scene. Or is it the DM's choice always, according to the...
Something or
I'm reading
something
the
of your
table.
choice suddenly appears on the scene with GM's approval, of course.
Right.
It
with
is your
GM
choice.
approval, I have an idea. Do you remember the old priest whose name we never really quite traded for?
Mhm.
Yes. It would be an interesting plot twist if he was accosted in the street by other guards and was, basically brought to the tower, and he finds his way here somehow. What do you think?
Yeah, he begins descending down the steps rather calmly.
Oh, and my attack pops the 3 copies and then hits the main one for...
Well,
the
physical.
full- Yeah.
And then-
High roll 0.
And then
Yeah,
half
so
because you
5
don't have
physical.
your piercing attack yet.
Right. So he has resistance, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it is now your turn.
Okay. Well, with my turn, I'm going to have to use that item. Yes.
Ooh.
Backpack. What's it called again? The healing sacred water.
Yeah.
I'll post it.
It's full heal too. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I
all my.
spend all 6 of my inventory points, and I greedily gulp it down. And that's going to fill me back up and fix my debuffs. And I'm done with my turn.
As the automata's turn starts, the old man, the priest, is descending down the steps, looking around, peering carefully. He's kind of standing up at the top, so he's kind of taking it all in. He will act on a friendly turn. But as for the automata will... giggle. Tee-hee-hee, tee-hee-hee. But why'd you take all my friends? I like friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. And cast Clones of Light.
Ah.
It's just 30 magic points.
Yep.
He's probably running low.
Yeah, because that spell's expensive.
It is an expensive spell.
Well, I can get rid of it faster now, though, so that's good.
Guard is really not wanting to stay here. He wants to leave. He doesn't want to be here anymore. Get up those steps, you fool. Actually, don't. You're in the company of friends, but run. Goes to friendlies.
More? Or Sevin?
I got my insight back, and that's what matters. Alright, I am going to use my quantum magic cannon here, which is I'd like to use that for a multi. Do I make 3 attacks? I think I do, right?
The way I've been doing it is rolling once, and everyone who gets hit by that number. But if you want, you can roll for each target.
I believe the way multi is supposed to work is you roll once and apply that against every target.
Oh,
defense.
that you are correct.
You've been
Actually,
doing
now
it
that you
right.
pointed that out, yeah, that is
Yeah,
actually
that is.
correct.
You have been doing it correct, sir.
11 wouldn't be enough to hit you.
Ooh,
Oh,
not the
what did you-
clones?
They have the same as you.
Oh no!
Hang on.
Wait, I got my other charge of the divination. I like to spend
Well,
that.
Or actually, hang on. If you want to hold on to your Fabula, would you like a Fabula?
Would you like to give a Fabula?
Yeah, because I can do that.
You offer so, then so it shall be.
My trust in you. I spend my Fabula to enable you to invoke my bonds with you in order to let you re-roll your dice. And because you have a bond towards me, I have a bond towards you. You also recover 20 mind points.
Oh yay! I only spent 10, so
But
okay.
it still tops you off.
Yes. All right. I will reroll that.
Yep.
15. That
Yeah.
hits.
Bam. What's your multi 3? So I hit 3 people.
3.
So you blow up all the clones.
Who does she think she is?
Bang.
My hairstyle does not look that scruffy. How dare you? How dare you?
I'm trying a new look. It fires at you, which fires at everybody. Bang.
Hits.
Yeah, hits.
Does not hit me, and I can defend one other person. Is
Does-
anybody here in crisis?
Although, hang on, does that have a plus to hit?
Oh no.
Oh no, that's just 15.
Right? Is anybody here in crisis?
No. You were the only one who was,
Okay.
and you've come out of it.
Well, I mean, I'm full now, so okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I can defend somebody if they got hit. Is what I'm asking.
That hit me.
Okay. Well,
Roll.
I will defend you and take the shot.
Or well, okay, yeah.
That is light damage.
You don't have to defend me. I'm immune to it.
Okay.
I
Did
make-
anybody else need defense?
It's 8 damage. I'm good. I say go
Okay.
up for more.
I won't worry about it then. But if somebody takes a heavy hit, I can defend once per round.
14 radiant.
14
I just totally immune to that.
Actually, I take it back. I can't defend against this anyway. It's a ranged blast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spaced out. My bad. I can only defend against melee.
Hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not a melee combatant.
I don't think. Oh, and when the light damage strikes the priest, he seems to be immune. As it just
Oh, wait,
absorbs
okay.
into his
Give
natural
it-
aura. It's almost like someone else has a attunement to the element, the arcanum of fire and light.
I misspoke, by the way. My defense is from my Guardian class Protect, so it would work against spells and attacks and other things.
Okay.
I misrecalled where it came from, which class. My bad.
So, goes to the guard who tries to run away. Nope, he's too busy ducking and dodging all the random shooting. Goes friendlies. That would fall on more Duncan.
I will try to convince the guard again.
Okay. Willpower's part of it.
I believe in you more.
You beat him by beat him.
Oh, a
Beat
bit.
him by 3 is 2. Beat him by 6 is the full clock. You've convinced the guard that he should be fighting on your side. He has a better chance fighting with you than trying to fight against you. Or trying to run away. Because running away doesn't seem to be working anymore. He agrees with you.
Yeah, especially with a guy that just appeared at the top of the stairs.
Like, he's friendly, right? Sort of look, and then the old man just kind of nods. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, you're not weird or anything. The automata. Hey, this isn't fair. There's too many. I thought you were all my friends. Grabs into her Magisphere chest and tries to do some alchemy.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad.
I see a 20. I believe that's an all enemies attack if she wants it.
Let me check. 2014 too.
Ye-
Yep.
Yo, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Ooh.
Is it a spell attack against magic defense or what?
No,
Oh,
it's just a
it's an
does
auto hit.
damage.
Right. There is no defense against this.
Yeah, that's why alchemy is a rough. It can be a rough
It's
time.
heinous. You can't tank people for it or nothing.
Everyone takes 20 poison damage.
Ooh.
As
okay.
she
Oh, that-
mixes them up and throws them up in the air and showers you in poison rain.
Hang on. Watch out, sir. I'm gonna roll a d6. Ugh. That becomes only 10 points of poison damage for me.
Dumbernius.
Ah, come on. Why can I not edit your thing?
Poison.
There we go.
The guard is
Okay.
in crisis.
Okay, cool.
We just convinced him to stay and help.
So much
I am
for the
also
power
in
of friendship.
Ooh.
That should be everyone this turn.
And now is the old priest. The
Maybe he'll
priest
finally introduce himself. That would be hilarious.
looks around. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, he's not in champion mode right now. He just happened to stumble in. He had to fight the whole way down here. See, he isn't acting at his full power, but he does know that this looks dire, and you seem to be facing an incredible foe. So he lifts up his hand. He lifts up his hands, a staff in one hand, and his other hand, his empty hand outstretched. And he stands fully upright as you see a pillar of light reach from his heels, and then seems to go up through his legs, up along his spine, through his neck, his head, and out the top. And then you see it. It's almost like the light is holding him upright. And then as he kind of stretches his arms back, you can see a magical after image of what looks to be Pyrion wreathed in heavenly light, and then he flexes forward and flings his arms straight at the automata, and the heavenly fire serpent Pyrion, or its facsimile, charges through the automata, dealing 30 light damage.
Very cool.
Nice.
Ow.
Which he is apparently not resistant to.
Triple check.
With that pose in the light, it's almost like, ah.
Yeah. Like, it is obvious that he is a master of his arcanum. He reaches to powers beyond.
Wololo.
Hey! Get down here! Don't you want to play with us? Fires her cannon, which hits everybody. Well, tries to hit everybody. Bang. I said it hits everybody. Try harder. You stupid clone. Does 11 hit anybody?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Hit the guard. It's probably not that bad. Yeah, no. That hit the guard. His defense isn't great.
God, this poor guard.
And it hits the old man because, well, it's a physical attack, so, yeah, he ain't exactly nimble, as you've all learned.
Can I defend him?
You can defend the guard or the
It's
old
physical. It's a physical though. It's not a
Right.
melee attack, right?
Right, I was
Right.
explaining. I actually had misrecalled that. I thought it was from my my melee class, the Blade Master, but it's not. It's from my Guardian class. It actually does
Ah.
apply to everything. It's the protect
Cool.
power. Once per turn, I can basically take someone's place for an attack, and it hits me instead.
man.
It's the whole bodyguard thing.
That
So I
is...
basically like zip in the way and take the hit.
that is 12 physical.
Okay, yeah, it didn't hit me in the first place.
Oh, right, because you
Hit
step
by-
in the way. Your defense becomes the new
I
defense. it needs to
literally
hit.
defend against her. Right, exactly. Cool. If he's here to help, then I will protect him too. And we're about to start a new turn, so I may as well burn it now.
Bang. Then... last turn. I have to check something. Oh, that doesn't help me. Right. She will reach into her alchemy bag.
Uh-oh. How many times can she do that? 7?
1, 2, 3.
I don't know. It might be based on the core. So this might be just
we
a thing.
defeat it never ending? Ugh,
It could be.
don't say that. But we're gonna have to defeat it fast now.
Without a insight,
Study,
without
we don't
examination, without a
Yeah.
study, you don't know. I can't
we just
comment. Whoops! I'm clicking everything but what I need. A 7-1-10. So okay. Um. Fires. Smashes all the magic spheres together, and she creates a molten hot sphere that you can see steam rising out of her hand. And she knows that Lucius is immune to fire. And Aether, are you immune to fire? Do you have a resistance to fire, Aether?
I do not.
She throws it at you.
Okay.
As you take 30
I
fire
guess
damage.
I get hit. Right. How much?
Actually, she doesn't know that I'm. She doesn't know that I'm immune to fire. She's only thrown light attacks at me so far.
Somebody in your party knows. There's at least 2 people who know, and for some reason the automaton knows. Weird.
Okay. Nope. Fair
Sorry,
enough.
I didn't catch the total of damage.
3-0.
Okay. Wow. That's a hit.
Yeah. Alchemy, man. Alchemy.
Oops.
Okay. Then I am in crisis again.
Boop. All right. Friendlies go first because the enemy acted last.
Okay.
May I go?
If you don't mind, I'll do my wombo combo, and then you can go. I'll give the follow-up turn to you.
I'll stop, just so you're aware. Just mechanic knowledge. Both the priest and the guard are friendly turns. So if you want them to go, you have to say they go. If you've all gone, then it will default to them. Just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
But they'll never interject because they're allies.
Okie doke.
I'm planning to hold my turn until we need it.
Mhm.
That way, after she casts Clones of Light, I can multi them away.
So yeah, is that cool with you, Sevin?
If you would like to, sure.
And I'll give you a free shot as well. So, free attack time.
Stab, stab.
14.
Hits.
Okay, 17 ice damage.
Stab.
Nice.
Ow.
Nice.
I spend 10 mind points. Sevin, you may make a free attack.
Okie doke. This is why I wanted to go for his.
Well, that's a free. That's just a free.
Well, 6 to hit, 15 bolt. I don't know if that works.
6 doesn't hit you, so no. That's a whiff.
And now it's your turn.
All right. Well, first thing I'm gonna do on my turn is Seven's gonna reach into her backpack and pull out Sacred Healing Wand. She really should have done this earlier. She was being spiteful. And that removes all my debuffs. And then I am going to look at her. I'm going to change the element.
Well, but she's weak to bolt.
She's weak to bolt.
Yeah. The first time you hit it, you did a bunch of damage because.
Right. I
you
was
just
gonna swap the fire to kill it with fire. But instead,
20 hits.
That is.
So that is
54. Would bolt?
is vulnerable to that. It falls into
48.
crisis.
Uh-oh.
There is, as the automata is hit, and the magisphere in its chest begins to crack and snap. Sevin and Aether, you both feel as if somebody just dropped you off a cliff and dropped you onto a sharp rock. As you feel your very souls damaged, as you feel a connection to the magisphere. You both
Wait,
take.
how am I connected to it? Wow. Okay.
You both take 60 physical damage. Sorry, not
That
physical.
defeats-
Sorry, that is the wrong damage type. It would be 60 dark.
Okay, well, I can resist that, fortunately.
60,
otherwise, it
60.
only-
6-0.
Ooh. Ooh, I'm in crisis.
Yeah, that puts me at like 10 from unconscious.
Should I go next on our turn?
Yeah, probably.
There's a brief flash that Sevin and Aether both see. Aether, the two of you in your sort of, even though your mixed memories are there's a sort of after effect of your mixed memories. As the illusion, the hallucination kind of happens briefly, and you both see a tall tower of darkness, wreathed in dark clouds, that is sparking with green and purple energy, as the sorceress gathers power and seems to be drawing it from the very sea of souls. And then suddenly, as you both kind of blink and try to make sense of what you're looking at, you're suddenly way out in a desert, seeing a massive strip mine that has made a huge hole in the middle of this desert that looks almost like an impossible eternal abyss. And down at the very bottom, you see a flicker of life. And whatever's down there sees you, and you come back here. And that's why you take that dark damage, as you're like, what was that?
Oh boy. Does that also count as seeing a new big bad and getting a Fabula each from doing so?
Thankfully... Actually, you know what? You're right. Everyone gets a Fabula.
Ah.
Yep.
Oh,
DM revealed a vision of a villain in a cutscene, so
how much is
I think
this gonna
that's
be?
Not
How
part of the
much
game.
Ultima is this gonna be?
You're gonna make my guess 10.
boy.
I gain 15 Ultima.
We're never gonna work your total down.
You do every time you defeat one of the villains or make them irrelevant. For
that's
example,
true.
the Automata only generated 3, because it's a villain, it's strong, but it's not really out to do anything more than what it's doing. It has no grand plan right now.
I think it's used the 3 that it brought in.
Yeah.
hasn't it?
It's used 2 of it, but still, though.
Yeah.
I can spend further into the pool, but narratively I'm supposed to stick to what it brings in. Unless I'm making it stronger. But the pool is to all bad guys, so the more villains you know about, the more dire your situation is.
Oh yeah. It's feeling pretty dire right now.
That was Sevin shooting the Automata. The Automata drops to her knees and tries to drape her arms over the Magisphere as it cracks, as if trying to hold it in. Sevin, if you felt like you were having a heart attack, what would your character be saying?
Probably a string of expletives that are too strong for this stream here, or whatever fantasy swears there are in this universe.
Yeah, you start hearing panic swearing in Sevin's voice coming from the Automata, and their eyes go wide and staring, and they start flickering purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple, green, just flickering over and over and over and over. A clock has started.
Oh,
Oh,
she gonna blow up.
Unless we can do something about that overloading Magisphere, probably.
3 segments fill on her turn.
Where's the clock?
Whoop.
Does that mean it's our turn now, or?
That's where the clock is.
gotcha.
Oh, I see it.
It goes to friendlies.
Did I use my action to do the study action and figure out a way to defeat her without, like, killing us, Sevin?
Your call. Your action.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if it's the best choice of what I can do with my action, but since your attack on it nearly killed both of us, I'm afraid if we finish it off, that'll be the end of you and me.
Yep.
Anybody
Uh,
else have any cool ideas?
That's fair.
Yeah, no.
Not dying sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Well, if nobody else thinks better of it, I would like to study her.
you have
To
started
see
a
if I
new.
can...
You have started a new clock. Insight is part of it.
A new clock? Oh boy. All right. Well, I'm going to do a double insight. See what I can learn. Is this an open roll or not?
It is not.
Okay.
Worth asking, though. Worth asking.
So I got a terrible roll.
That will get a witch.
So in order to get information, I have to fill the clock?
You're finding the solution to
Solution to the
disarming her.
problem instead. Okay, got it. Okay, then. That's my turn, I guess.
Goes to the automata.
Would I get more than one square for getting a 12? I thought 7 was 1, 10 was 2.
Succeeding at all, it's in the Discord.
Okay, so a 10 is the base? Okay.
It's you. I can't tell you the target number because you wouldn't know that. But the rule is that if you hit it at all, that's a wedge. If you hit it by 3 or more, that's 2 wedges. If you hit it by 6 or more, that's 3 wedges.
All right, thank you. My bad.
Am I not seeing the other clock?
Up here.
I feel like I should spend and re-roll
Huh.
because I can do a lot better than that. Could I call to my curious creature trait to re-roll?
You certainly could. Yoink.
I will do it. Roll that completely because I know I can do a lot better than that. Oh no.
That might still be a wedge.
That's still a wedge.
Yeah. Blah. Okay.
Automata. Is there anyone in Sevin's past that she thinks of fondly? Someone from her hometown?
Her
For who, sorry?
her grandmama.
Grandma, help me. Grandma, help me. I don't know what to do. And you can hear sobbing noises, but there's no tears to come out. But you can...
buddy.
Sevin, the only person who sees tears is like soul tears coming out of its eyes, and that's Sevin. Actually, Aether sees them too, because you're connected. You see soul tears.
Oh,
These
jeez.
phantom ghost tears falling away from her eyes.
Oh.
Ghost
Come
friend?
on, the Fabula Ultima will have wondrous adventures.
Very
Give... It is a friendly turn. That more Duncan, or it's one of your allies.
I think I am going to try to give us some health to work with.
Okay.
Because at least 3 of us are in crisis that I know of.
Yes. Including the guard. There's 4 of you.
So yes.
good call.
You.
I should
Okay.
be no, I should be at 43, not 53.
I'm at 10.
No, I'm just trying to make sure my health reflects where I'm at.
The other thing to note is that I have deep pockets. So I spend 1 less inventory point on these.
Okay.
So instead of spending 5 IP, I'll spend 4 to roll 5 d20s because of my alchemist bag.
Get a 20.
Alright, so what's that do? 17.
I think that's every ally.
Yes. So me and every ally. Oh wait. No, that's not every ally.
12 to 16 is needed for every ally.
Ah,
Called that too early, man.
Damn. Well,
You can heal the enemy.
I do that.
I don't really want to do that. But fine then.
You can do yourself and one ally. That's pretty good. It may not be everyone, but it's
No, it would be me or one ally. No. And
Oh, I see.
yeah.
damn.
Yeah, the 12 to 16 was really what you needed.
Wait,
Yep.
don't I have one reroll left? Because you gave me that Fabula point.
I don't think that works with this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because it isn't a check.
Darn.
That's a good thought, though. If it was like any roll,
Yeah.
that would
Oh, yeah.
call it. But this is a weird, which means bad guys can't mess with it either. It's like I
Fine.
affect certain rolls.
Between Severn and Ether, who looks more injured?
They both look to be
Aether's
aggressive.
at 10. I'm at 19,
Aether
I think.
Yeah.
No,
16.
I'm at 16 right now. Aether's at 10.
And Aether's at 10.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
at 10 of 95.
Ether, you gain resistance to dark and earth damage for the rest of the scene.
I already had
can't
resistance
say
to
you
dark.
So you're now immune
Okay.
because you now have 2 resistance stacking up, so it just upgrades a level.
And what was the other one? Sorry?
Earth.
Dark and
To
Earth.
dark and earth. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
What is one dream that Sevin wants to achieve in life before the end?
He wants to make a ton of Zenit and bring it back to her hometown.
I was gonna get so much Zenit. I was gonna be so wealthy. I was gonna save them all. No. Why won't it shut off? Why won't it shut off? That's not good.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Tick. Oops. 2 ticks.
Oh no.
Oh.
The guard looks around confused because for some reason no one's hitting it anymore. But then it saw 2 of you win, so he's an elite. He's not dumb. He knows that's probably not great to attack. Okay.
Can we give him an order?
You can try. If he can do it, he'll try to do it.
We need him to get the escape rune set up.
Oh, the teleport rune. Yeah, okay. He will. I start a new clock. It's not a 12 clock. It's not. That is a way to win, though. So that is a 12 clock. That's a victory condition, so it's 12. But he will get +2 to this roll because he knows how it works.
Yeah, it's something he's familiar with.
So we could just nope out of here, maybe.
7.
Yeah.
He steps on it, but he keeps. He tries to do something to speed it up, and then it kind of flickers, and then he just. And he starts stomping at the ground, annoyed with the magic ring. Work, damn you! I'll keep trying. Goes to the automata. Oops, wrong thing. And The automata finally looks over at Sevin as if realizing now that you're there. How would you react seeing a flesh and blood clone of yourself?
Well, Seven initially, when she saw a robot clone version of herself, just kind of froze. Because as far as Seven's aware, no one's ever made an automata that's this person-like.
Yeah. And she kind of stares at you. Wait. You're not an automata. What are you? Wait. What am I? And
Sounds like a case of existential dread +2.
ticks. Now it's just friendly, so the guard. Work, damn you! Work! Yes! No! What? Why is it so slow? Go faster! Meanwhile, the priest kind of looks around. Holy devastation seems like a bad idea right now, so let's not do that.
In the light of Pyrian, do anything to heal this automaton's broken Magisphere heart.
I know not a Magispheres, but I do know of Holy Fire. He sweeps his staff, and it looks like he's doing a fire attack at Sevin, Moore, and Aether. And there's a moment of, oh no, like you're feeling like you should dodge because it looks very hot, like it looks like a fire attack. And then when it hits you, all of you recover 30 HP.
Yay!
Yay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone fall out of crisis?
I fall out of crisis. I'm good.
I'm still in crisis.
Oh,
I am no longer in crisis.
No. Droney beep boops and returns back to Sevin, figuring out, yeah, no, I don't. Your Droney kind of knows that you don't have exploding Magisphere in your chest. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Beep boop.
Good for you, Droney.
He figured it out.
Hey, you don't have to go up a version number yet.
Not yet.
Friendlies acted last, therefore the bad guy bad guy. The other side acts first. Boop. And yeah, I got it again. Okay, so if you're me and I'm you, and you're me and I'm me. Okay, don't have time. How do I explain it? Damn it. The Spires, the Grand Spires, Radabara, they're gonna wake one up. She tries to explain something to you. It's not entirely clear what she's on about. There's Sevin.
Is it our turn?
It appears that she has bought time as she's focused enough to try to explain what's going on. I'll even go one further because of that roll. You know, because of the vision, that she's talking about the pit. She's talking about the thing in the abyss.
The thing we saw in the pit. In the desert.
Because it occurs to you that that part of the vision was her, or the actual automata. The automata is from that abyss.
Oh.
Ooh.
A much smaller version, obviously, but, still. It does go to friendlies at this point.
I'd like to try to do a maintenance to try to stop her from exploding.
That'd be the green clock, right?
That is... Yeah, the green clock is how do I stop her from blowing up. Yep. Insight's part of it.
Ooh. Ooh, no. No. I'm re-rolling that. I'm a mechanic.
Could keep that D10. The D10 that rolled the 8.
Yeah, I'd keep that 8. That's a good roll. Oh,
Was
No.
that all you had?
No, I'm spending
Seven?
the other one. I'm spending the other one.
Like, there you go.
6. That is 14.
That's 14.
14 will move the wedge forward twice. As you try to puzzle out, with that much of it filled, you get the feeling that this instability is due to the fact that the process of whatever this alchemy was, or soul swapping, or whatever, it wasn't fully completed. You guys interrupted it, so it was kind of in an unstable state. And I'll tell you for free that this will go, the countdown will continue as long as the automata is in crisis.
Oh, we can heal it.
Whether it starts fighting you after that is a different problem.
Yep.
right.
How do I turn it off? How do you? You're trying to figure that out, right? Look, if and she tries her best to explain what she's feeling to you in words you understand, because it's you. You get +2 to your next time you try to do that roll, as you are explaining to you how your thing works. Wait, its thing works. Yeah, it gets confused sometimes. Thankfully, it's maintaining some semblance of control. Goes to friendlies.
Who wants to go next?
Do we want me to try to heal her so that we don't have the clock down or the countdown to doom?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I'm
gonna
worried that
go
we'll
with
have
the-
to deal with the combat after that, though. Like, she'll just go right back to fighting us. But yeah, it's worth a try.
That
You
is a
always knock her
future
back
us
down.
problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll cast heal on her. Spending my 10 mind points.
How much does she heal? 40? Sorry, 50.
50.
Falls out of crisis. Its head turns a hard 45 degrees. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And its eyes start suddenly are awash in purple.
Oh, and while
Oh,
I'm
for
at
God's
it,
sake.
Ether, you would also regain 50. As would you, Sevin.
Okay. That's great. I needed that. Thank you.
Heal 3 targets.
Yep.
Bad guy, the automata, looks around in confusion, and then with Sevin, because Sevin, you have to get like really close to kind of look at the sphere to figure out what's going on. The automata just wildly flails its arms at you to try to hit you. What is your might?
My might is a D8.
Does 11 hit you?
Physical, no.
It flails at you, and you're able to kind of back off before it actually is able to hurt you.
And smacks her in the face. He's like, ow, ow, ow. Quit it!
Goes to friendlies.
I have an idea. We have an opportunity to maybe turn it to our side. Maybe we can help cut through its confusion.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I would like to attempt I guess, convince or persuasion. Let me look at what options we have. I guess it would be a persuade roll to try to convince her that we're actually not our enemy. Not the automaton's enemy.
I will consider that willpower towards the trying to talk it down clock, trying to neutralize the threat.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I'll give it my best. You said that I also share some aspect of this connection with it that Sevin also has, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can use that
You get
to my advantage
since
as I
you
move into Convincer that
At-
we're allies?
as you've highlighted that, and Aether kind of realizes that consciously, you get +2 to the roll.
Okay. I'll just roll it and add the +2 afterwards.
Yeah.
So, 20. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
20.
That fills up 3 wedges.
I appealed to her innate aetherness that we are not hurt. We don't have to be enemies here. We can find a way to work together.
At that stage, since you filled up another quarter of its clock, you do see certain aetherisms in the automata, and you can see that it's almost like it's trying to not do any of the things Aether can do. Though thankfully, the automata isn't a shapeshifter like you are, so it can't actually do most of the things that you can do, but it's trying to make sure it can't. Also, it seems to be fighting the urge to do clones of light. You can tell that the aetherism is going, no. Whatever's going on, not that.
Oh my god. Someone gave the robot dysphoria.
Oh my goodness.
Messed up a perfectly good automaton is what you did. Look at it. It's got anxiety.
Wait, it's an artificial being and you gave it the ability to feel pain? Why would you do that?
That's like half the point.
Yeah. All right. That was my turn. So
You, and it aims its magic cannon at Aether. This does not have the multi-attack anymore. It seems to be, it's almost like it's fighting itself and not using its full capability. Does 10
is
hit
it
you?
versus physical or magical?
Physical. It's
Okay.
shooting you.
I don't think it's going to hit me.
Bang. Goes to friendlies, which falls to Lucius, or one of the allies.
You're good at convincing people of things, Lucius.
Yeah. The only problem is I'm lacking in mind points now. But yes, Lucius will run over. Hey, if what I'm understanding is correct, then the Sevin part of you is in there somewhere. And if there's one thing I have learned about Sevin in my time, it is that you are nothing if not intelligent. So I want you to use some of that logic and try to calm yourself down.
Willpower is part of it.
Can I just point out that your method of trying to convince her to join our side is mansplaining?
I mean, it sounds like a minus.
It's Lucius, Scott.
Sounds like a -2 to me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God damn
Especially
it.
with those kind of rolls.
Yeah, yep.
Well, at least you don't give her things
Hope.
or take things off the clock. So
Yep.
can't make
I'm
any worse.
gonna spend my Fabula towards hope.
Yep. Alright.
There we go. That's 14.
Yay.
Tick. Goes up 2 wedges. As you
I
can see,
had
the
two more mind points.
As you see the conflicting themes of Sevin and Aether in its behind the automata's movements. Its eyes seem to be wholly other, but the body movements are reacting to you talking to it. And you kind of, as an order, you kind of get a good idea of body language, but you're getting confusing signals. It's like you're talking to 2 people at the exact same time, but not. It's weird. It's hard to explain beyond that. Other allies will do what they're doing. The guard's going to keep trying to get that stupid thing to work. Work, damn you, work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Even got
and
an opportunity.
he got doubles.
2 and 3. He did. So he'll do not 3 wedges, but an additional 2 wedges on top of that. So 5 wedges total as he starts going, right, this is the emergency sequence. Turn that on, light that candle. Where's the bell? Where's the bell? Oh, it's in here. Right. Starts ringing a bell at the thing. Starts glowing. Oh, almost there. Just keep it from attacking me. You might as well go again as he keeps trying. No.
Hey, look, he got the double sevens. I'll take it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Priest, what are you gonna do? He looks around. And he begins swirling his staff in the air and all of a sudden you can see crackling rings of fire form. Well, one big ring of fire form, and then it splits into three that are conjoined. They spin faster and faster and faster. They glow brighter and brighter and brighter, and then he flicks them at Aether, Sevin, and Lucius. And then as the rings float over your heads like halo, they suddenly descend and wreath you all as if you were surrounded by tiny fire spirits that are swirling around you. You now have resistance to physical damage.
Oh,
You-
Andy.
Neat.
Okay.
Neat.
Friendlies acted last, different bad acts first. The automata will begin reaching into its Magisphere chest and do some alchemy.
That may be useful when an explosion goes off. Oh, sorry.
Oh, great! It's gonna hit everyone.
At least she's not casting clones of light again.
Smash them all together, they turn into a bright purple orb. It then seems to suck all the light out of the room, and she throws it up into the air, and it explodes, draping the entire room in darkness. And then it's almost like you can feel every bit of your breath being taken away from you, as each of you suffer 30 dark damage.
Ooh, I'm in crisis.
Crisis.
I resisted it, thankfully.
Actually, you're immune.
Oh, right. I'm immune currently, so I wasn't bothered. Thank you, more. Well, I haven't taken my turn yet, so I can go convince her again.
And as a reaction, the priest gets the feeling that maybe we shouldn't let it do that anymore. Well, none of you have. He'll look around, and does anyone look? It looks like he can retaliate, but he's looking to see if anyone minds if he does that. He can retaliate to the damage he just took. But he's not sure if he wants him to attack or not.
Would that alter her block of convincing?
No, because that's you guys figuring out what the magic sauce is. Like, you're trying to figure out what gets her to stop.
Right. I guess if he defeats her, that would be another way to stop her, but...
Well,
Explode.
no, defeating her makes her explode.
We don't know that 100% for sure.
Did
we
we
may
risk
solve the
it?
problem before she does explode. Yeah, if you don't want her to, then just say you object to it. Temsic, it's fine.
It's up to you guys.
Sevin would like to vote against, but your choice.
Yeah.
Follow your character.
He'll withdraw. He'll refrain because he notices there's division, and he doesn't want to. He's like, if you're all on board with this, good. But if you're unsure, let's not use my ability. I don't think it's a good.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
I would
Yeah,
rather not
like
harm
Sevin and I
her.
hold our hands.
Well, I mean, I was debating it, but I would rather not harm her either. So.
Oh wait, sorry, it's not his turn. That was just him reacting, taking damage. It is friendly turn at this point.
I'd like to do a convince if nobody else would like to go ahead of me. Is that fine?
Ye-
Okay, yeah, I'm going to attempt to convince her again, and I'm still using my insight into her inner workings or aether-like workings to show her that we don't have to be enemies here. And I think I'm having a problem with my mouse. Sorry. There we go. Do I still have a +2?
You do. Moore, are you with us?
Yes?
Did you record 30 dark damage?
Did not think that was directed at me. I apologize. I
Yeah,
should
it
be at
hit everybody
27.
in the scene.
Gotcha. My bad.
Yep.
Thank you for checking.
Okay, so I didn't get my best roll or anything, but I maybe an 11 hit.
11 will move the clock forward. Moore falls into
Okay.
crisis.
Well, if that puts it to a 3 or 4, do I get another bit of insight into her?
You can see at this point there are 3 entities present. The Aether and Sevin entities feel like they have. It's like you're looking at a copy of yourselves trapped with this third thing that has control of whatever's inside. The third thing is what you're trying to help the other 2 get more power over the third one. Though you don't know what the third one is. It's the purple light. You figure that much. But beyond that, you don't know. You don't know enough about this machine to figure that out yet. But you're getting there. You're getting close.
Well,
I will say, Aether, it feels very familiar.
Right. If I can hazard a guess, I'm going to just go ahead and say, I believe this automaton may have been created somewhat, perhaps by the sorceress, and that her influence is affecting its actions, and we can help the Sevin and
Break
the
that.
Aether within it control that aspect of her. That's my guess. That's my turn.
Sevin, what I'll say to that, because you would know this. Actually, you tell me. Just feel free to correct me on this. The precursor era is like a super long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that if the sorceress was involved in this creature, she either modified it recently, or she's as old as the precursor era.
Yeah. She's either like 1,000 something ish, maybe multiple thousands years old,
I don't know
or
about
this
that.
was dug up.
I mean, we do know she's been around in the Darklands for a long time, though, right? Like, I don't know how long, but it seems like forever.
Yeah,
Long
it's been a
enough.
very long time. You're not sure
Long
precisely
years.
how long, yeah.
That's fair. It's not like I'm a scholar about her.
She will reach into her bag and try to grab her into her chest and pull up Magispheres. You notice that the left hand suddenly starts spinning like 360 degrees randomly, and you can see flickers of annoyance on its face, and the eyes narrow, and it just holds its left hand away and just focuses with just its right hand. As it only rolls 2d20, because for some reason its alchemy is less effective, because somebody is trying very hard to stop it from doing this, because this is very annoying. 8 and 13.
Okay, fortunately, it can't hit all of us this time.
Oops, sorry. No, come back. Sorry about that, folks. It will throw. The right hand manages to gather some Magispheres, like almost like it's sorting inside its chest, and then it pulled out 2 Magispheres, crushes them together, and flings them at Sevin. Sevin, you suffer 20 poison damage.
Oh, I'm down.
No!
I had 16 left.
And I can't guard against this because it's not an
Wait, no.
attack of any sort.
if it right, it is instant attack. I can't. I was gonna.
Wait, let me consult this ability. Maybe I can take that hit for you.
Can
When-
Brony take the hit?
Or other danger.
Yeah,
Brony takes the hit.
right. Protect but also would allow me to take the hit too. But go ahead and let Droney do it. It's fine.
Yeah, so it's can it soak that much damage?
It's immune to poison.
Oh, there you go. Poisoned or poison damage?
Poison damage.
Cool.
That's cool.
So splash.
Well done.
Beep boop.
Well
That's good to-
done.
That's
Very
good to
nice.
remember.
Yeah.
It's screen actually for a second it's like beep boop, it's watching what's happening, and then its screen plate flashes with like a biohazard poison symbol, and it swoops into the way of the sphere and boom, just spins, and then it spins around away from Sevin to let the poison kind of drip off and sizzle elsewhere. Beep
There's a little
beep
windshield
boop,
wiper.
mer mer mer, beep boop, mer mer mer, as it's staying away from people for a little bit, waiting for the poison to drip off. Then it
Does
comes
a
back.
little windshield wiper thing.
Goes to friendlies.
Considering I might go down soon, it's probably best if I move next.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
I'm going to make that roll with the +2.
Roger.
I believe in you,
14.
Sevin.
Is that with the +2? Yeah, that's with the +2.
Oop, that's 2 wedges.
Hey.
Yeah, she's fully doing an access bypass to this robot.
Okay, we just
It's-
need one more good roll from somebody.
It aims its magic cannon at Sevin. It's very annoyed that it did no damage.
Here we go.
14.
That hits.
That I can take. I'll get in the way.
Friend! Thank you.
Does 14 hit you, Aether?
No, no, it bounces off my armor.
Bang! And Zort, as some magical attack, magically ensorcelled attack, pings off you. Elemental attack. That's the word.
I'm getting in the way. I'm like, not this time.
Goes to
I've got
friendlies.
you, Sevin.
As Lucius goes... unless more, if you want to.
You can go ahead. It's fine.
Okay. Lucius is gonna go up to the automaton and says, and you see, that's it. That's what you need to overcome this. You have to stand together, just like they did. And like he points back to Aether and Sevin, who are, standing together.
And protecting one another, right?
Yep.
Willpower is part of it, +2 to the roll.
Oh. Fun.
As the Aether and
Good
Sevin
argument.
inside
I-
kind of agree with this idea. It's like, oh, that makes sense. We should be working together in here. We've been working separately this whole time. Whoops.
That's an 11. Hopefully that's enough to do the last tick.
Fingers crossed.
The eyes flicker. Blue, purple, yellow, blue, purple, yellow, blue, purple, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, 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 blue, gray, 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 and then thunk, it falls back, and the automata deactivates.
Oh.
Oh,
Ow.
thank you,
Ow.
Aether. Zivin's just gonna hug Aether there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug Sevin back and say thank you, and then I'm gonna look at the old man and say thank you so much. Come to help us. I don't know why you happen to be here, but thank you.
A bit of serendipity and luck on yours, and a bit of Ultima on theirs. I would suggest leaving before they start chasing after me. I'll keep them busy while you escape, unless you intend to battle with the Dravos one.
Lucius looks to Aether and says, no, this was more a rescue mission than anything.
I nod.
Perhaps you should escape with us. I mean, I appreciate your desire to like protect us as we try to leave, but when we get this machine up and working, you should join us rather than be left behind alone.
We do, in fact, have a way out, and he motions to the soldier who's working the controls.
Right.
Fabula lies not in our stars, but within ourselves, a path that defies fate. Your fate shall be defied, as will mine.
And I'm gonna go, release Sevin from our mutual hug and approach him and bow low and say, then I would at least like to introduce myself as I should have when I first met you. I am Aether of the Darklands. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure to know you, sir.
He nods to you.
Lucius, the last pilgrim of Mount Novio.
He nods to you.
I'm More Duncan. Traveling merchant.
Nods to you.
Seventh Emerald. And, I think I need to go home.
Yes, we should get back to the train.
He nods to you.
I'm gonna pick up.
Marion of the High Mount. As he looks around like, I guess that's what we're supposed to do? I don't know what we're doing.
The guard. I like
Yeah,
it.
the guard.
It's like that. Invariant.
I'll go over and help Marion with whatever he's doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can, I'll help him to the best of my ability.
Lucius is just gonna go into his satchel and he's gonna pull out he's pulling out a remedy and swig that, cause ow.
I'm gonna heal everyone, actually.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
I've got 2 IP and a heal. I can heal 3 people. Who needs healing?
Yeah.
I'm full up. So not me.
So
I'm
that's
actually
50
fresher
each.
than I've been since when we got here.
Do any of you grab the
Yeah,
automaton, or do you just lay it sit there on the ground?
I'm grabbing her. I'm grabbing her. She's coming with me.
Good call.
Yeah.
And having the automata
And-
with you, or like carrying her and making sure you can move her body around, she is very heavy, so she does reduce your maximum inventory points while you hang on to her.
Well,
Until
I'm
you-
out anyways, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
And Lucius will instruct Vibius and Ambrinius to give you a hand.
And the old man says to you all, I am the High Priest Aldous, first pilgrim of Mount Novio.
I knew he was
Oh.
important.
And he
Putting that in my
strides up the stairs.
I'm just gonna
Um,
look at you like that. That's what you could be one day, Lucius.
You could be a cool old guy.
Yeah. Mysterious,
great.
cool old guy. Not annoying at all.
Who are your goals?
I'm not annoying.
I'll just
Stop moving out of the circle. Get in here. Says Mario says he's irritated. So everyone's like, get
Yep.
closer,
Yep.
damn it.
Yep.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yep. We're all like bickering.
crowd into the circle. I guess this isn't a good time to cast Cleanse of Light, right?
No.
As you all
Watch them
tell,
all get bisected.
the guard, in his wisdom, decided not to teleport you just outside the tower, because that seems like a bad idea. Because the whole tower is under alert. He teleports you somewhat out of town. And even from this distance, you suddenly see the entire tower engulfed in fire and light. And utterly obliterated.
Wow.
Cool,
So
cool
that's what
old
the
guy.
first pilgrim can do.
Holy crap.
Lots of people, you see there's a lot of chaos here. Any amount of resistance from the Pale Syndicate or looking for you falls away. Because, yeah, that happened. So, they, a lot flee. Some try to do something about whatever happened over there. But, yeah, they don't care about you guys anymore.
Does that do anything to the guy, the villain?
Yeah, the Ultima reduces. By 6, I believe. 4, 5, 6.
Cool.
As
Chipping
you get the
away.
feeling, they're actually in a slight cutscene that your characters they may have guessed at, but there's a moment where the Silver Tongue strides down with all his guards, his elite guards, and all get ready to fight him. And this old man just kind of blocking their way in the library, kind of leaning on his staff, barely able to stand. And he makes a motion of like, "Get out of my way, old man," tries to walk by him. And that's when the old man begins unleashing the Arcanum Pyrion and starts battling against them all, doing massive amount of light damage and fire damage. The library is ripped apart from the battle. But as powerful as all this is, he is but one man. And they get him to the ground, they overwhelm him. Silver Tongue looks very pleased with himself and starts monologuing at him to some degree. But that's when Aldous just smiles and mutters the words, "The flame that defies fate is fed most brightly with sacrifice." And that's when the whole building gets obliterated.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh man, no.
Yeah.
Uh,
That had there was some Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yeah. Energy
That
there.
that's an Obi-Wan Kenobi sacrifice right there.
Yeah. That was very cool. Okay.
So as we ascend to the world map, the the convergence clock, the big world clock, that will reduce by 2 wedges because the Pale Syndicate is now devastated. Its leadership destroyed, its headquarters obliterated. Any threat the Pale Syndicate had, the only remaining member of the Pale Syndicate, there's like 1 left, I think.
Also that guy.
Woman, I think, yeah.
Yeah. If they're gonna become a problem, they're gonna be a side quest.
Not even.
Not
Valorant, I guess.
Not even
Yeah.
He was
anymore.
thinking
'Cause-
about like a new line of work.
yeah. So yeah.
Oof. I would say, on our way out of the city, Lucius would just make sure to send a message to his cousin to let her know that they are all safe and are departing.
Actually, your new friend is willing to take it for you because he's heading back. He's gonna lose the Pale Syndicate clothes. He thinks he has this funny feeling that he's not gonna have any more work. So he's pretty sure his workplace is gone now. So
Well, I mean, there's always work for guards, just maybe work for better people.
Yep.
yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
going to clap him on the shoulder and thank him for helping us. Because if not for him, we might not have, none of us might have survived. So thank you very much.
Yep.
You did good.
Yeah, hey, look, if it wasn't for us, he would have been in that big conflagration right there, so...
Yeah.
He'd been caught in an explosion too. And on the way back, walking to the train, I'd just like to sheepishly say thank you for coming to rescue me, everyone. I really appreciate it. And while this didn't really work out the way I sort of envisioned it, with a cool assault scene or whatever, in the end, we did achieve our objective more or less, right? Well, definitely less, but he's gone. We did it, sort of.
Yeah.
And indeed, but now there's a new mystery on our hands as, Lucius looks to the automaton. When we get back to the train, Sevin, do you think you'll be able to get any more answers out of her?
Well, we'll see. I'll to pull
very
open the
least.
conduit.
We definitely need to get to the desert. Something's happening there.
If anyone can
Yes.
pull the answers out of it, it's you, Sevin.
And I might be able to pull some answers out of because we grabbed us a couple of those books, right?
You probably have one or two of them, yeah.
Because there was that one book that was like about the Ascara's ambition, and we were like, oh, we want to hold on to this because this sounds like important.
Yeah.
And it
What
was like the
book?
whole.
I missed all
And
that.
so we found a library last
In the tower?
time
Okay.
in the in the tower, and it's where the first pilgrim had that dramatic final battle.
I see.
And in that library, part of the puzzle was we had to find a bunch of books and derive the answer to the puzzle from the books. And some of those books just so happen to have some handy expositional lore.
Okay. Okay. See how
Uh,
good.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that could be handy.
about what was it? The harvesters. Right, the harvesters.
Yep.
What are the
Why did we call them the harvesters?
I
It
thought it
has
would
a
be
bit of
funny.
an
Out of character.
ominous sound to it, yes.
Yeah, giant Ascaran or giant precursor like death robots that the Ascarans are apparently trying to find.
Okay.
Right.
Because Choreo just kind of had its petty infighting, and like they want control over all of Choreo, and to get control of that. Ascara wants to expand. It's going to
Well,
become everyone else's problem.
Nothing ever goes wrong when you build death robots, right?
Yeah, they want
Nope.
to unearth. Yep, they want to unearth death robots and make it everyone else's problem.
I mean, Brony's never committed war crimes.
Beep boop.
Yeah.
Not that many. It's only a war crime if you're at war, so technically he's got a clean slate.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I mean technically it's not a war crime unless you're at war.
So
Also,
yeah,
You're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
so yeah, let's get back to the train.
You are able to get
Yeah.
back to the train without any incident. It is fairly safe out here. It's a D6 travel roll because, any dangers that would be from the Pale Syndicate are eliminated, and no one wants to be around the city that had a plume of fire. And a lot of the monsters in this region are being pacified by the appearance of Pyrion and their dragon friend. So these mountains are a lot safer than they used to be.
Yeah. Cryostellum is now sorted. Where to next?
Yeah, that's the
Congratulations,
question.
you're abandoning your homeland, but you've done what you set out to do. You're good.
Jeez. Yeah, if we're gonna get to the Sultanate, there are a couple ways we can do this.
Just to remind people where the Sultanate is, those watching at home. They are over here. Sultanate's all the way over here.
I
Yep.
think we could go back to the castle and ask him to teleport us, maybe.
Right. Yeah, that's probably our bet. The question is, how do we get word to him?
Hmm.
Unless we want to go the long way, but I don't even know how we would do that.
Do we have a ley line that heads to Wakamal? I'll consult my map. I have my map of the Darklands. I'm sorry, my map of the realms. What's it officially called again? I have the check.
You're looking in the wrong document. That one doesn't say what the ley lines are. A different book does that.
But I do have a true map of the countless realms incomplete.
You do, but that's not the one that talks about ley lines.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we have like a ley line book.
Okay. Well, I guess we should compare the two and see what we can find.
Let me see here. I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere.
Oh, Sevin, you're the one who has it?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. So comparing the two books, Insight is part of it.
Aha. It's in here.
Good.
Well, hers is a book. Mine's a map.
Yeah.
Right.
Just all the random I've been collecting at
Yeah.
this
Well,
point.
the book is basically a collection of mini maps, but instead of like a proper map for like, it basically just has a bunch of ley lines on existing maps. It's like you need a map to compare it to. Otherwise, you're like, it's just random pages. Like one of those road almanacs you can get from a gas station and flip through it. It's like, and just take off all the names on it. It's like, if you don't know what you're looking at, you're like,
no.
where am I?
Or I was gonna say no. It's like I almost want to say it's like the treasure types of like treasure maps you get in video games where it's
Oh
like
no.
where
Right.
it's just like a small piece of the map and you have to like figure out
Find the
where it
rest.
is.
I play Final Fantasy 14. That's too close to home.
How do you make items on your sheet show up in the right like that?
You click the little dice button.
Oh. Okay. There you go.
Insight is part of it.
Oh, let me turn off all my buffs. It's a new scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Sevin, you should probably add your new automaton friend to the train inventory.
Yeah.
Rather
like
than
to ma-
carrying her over your back. Okay, let me replace all my resistances back to normal again too.
I like to imagine that on the train there's been like some workshop table that's been like suspiciously empty this entire point.
Ah,
We just got her spread out there like it's a morgue.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
And
not
like,
dead. We're just leaving there. Like, it's not like the comfort will help.
and yeah, it's like
Right?
yeah, it's like, and as you're playing, it's like, oh, something's gonna go there. Something's gonna be on that table at some point.
The workshop table. This is where she makes the projects, and there's no project there. It's just, why has that button been locked for a while? Oh,
So I require an insight roll to find ley lines.
Is this an open roll?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty good at these. I got my
I guess the rest of us can help then.
Oh, certainly.
I got my nifty bonus, which is it depends on how many ranks of this thing I have. It's rushing chariot. No. It's a lore master thing. It's 3. I get a +3 to this. That's a 10 even. Wow, that was not a great roll for me.
I can help.
I assist.
I failed to assist. That's sad. It's my best stat.
It's a 12.
Would tell you that there is a There is a ley line from Zona to. Did I not have this city? Sure, I did. Oh, I actually have to generate the city because I did not. You guys going up there? Huh. Anyway, so from this village here, click, hello? Why is it not? No, not points, you silly thing. Duh. Bear with me. My draw tool's fighting me. Go over there for a second. There we go. Do, 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 do.
Can I just go ahead while we have a silent moment here and put it out there that I feel really guilty that my selfish decision to use an opportunity to call for help resulted in him sacrificing himself.
It's
I feel really
fine.
guilty about that. That
He was getting
definitely
on
not
years.
You know what?
Well roasted.
It was fine. I thought that was cool. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
I still feel guilty though.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't
that is.
alleviate my sense of guilt at all. I like.
Oh yeah.
I did not want
He
him to
was
get
a
himself
cool
killed.
guy.
The danger of pulling in NPCs, depending on their and it depends on their personality. Some won't sacrifice, depending on what they will. Some will run for it. Some will do. Others, like him, he kind of knew he wasn't gonna win that fight, but he knew he could win the fight. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, he
No.
could win the battle if not the war.
Yeah.
I
The
understand.
alternative is he dies alone in that cold ruin.
Right, like the alternative was he'd have died for nothing. Like this way,
Yeah.
he took someone with him. I get it.
Yep.
But,
If he was
you know, I
merely
totally
defeated, he
also
would have been
made that
captured,
mistake.
and you guys still would have been chased. So that,
Yeah.
This way, he's like, no, I'm eliminating the Pale Syndicate for good. Because he knows the big bad's here. And he's like, oh, well, you idiots. Of all things, that's why he pointed out it was Ultima, too. It's like, no, I was leaving all of you alone. I stayed in my little temple, didn't bother nobody, then you idiots brought me here to mess with me. Well, now that I'm here...
Right. It's
I'm
all my
Mega
fault.
flared.
Yeah, it is all my fault, and I'm accepting that.
Okay,
Letting y'all know that
so
I have a heavy burden.
yep.
I feel
So
I'm trying to get you a name for this town. But that line is there.
okay.
That's the ley line you're aware of. It's hard to narrow it down further without more study.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if nothing else, we
Yeah.
can get closer.
Yeah.
Can your train only run on ley lines
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
so.
Or train
So
tracks.
or train tracks? Well, does the map of the countless realms that I have show train track connections between that city, Haydale, and one of these other cities, or Wakamal, or does it head to Wakamal?
Yeah,
with regular train tracks?
probably not, because this is Coriostellum.
Well, I mean, there could be trade. Like, trade could have been established with the neighboring areas. Like, I'll
Not-
consult my map and see.
Worth a shot.
I mean, I've got the map, so I'll look at it.
Well, tap the brakes for a second and let me actually answer.
Yes, sir. So sorry.
Their trains are primarily a sultanate thing. Wakamal doesn't have any of its own. If there are any tracks, they be in the free areas, these white zones. This one might. I am gonna roll for a d6 to see if there is a track from Zona to Hadale that might just have it. So if we get a 1 or 2 on a d6, there will be a train track will have been made. Probably not by the Coriostellum nobility. It was or if it was, it wasn't like a widespread thing. It's some really rich senator really wanted a train track here.
Okay.
But you're talking about Hadale to somewhere else because you already have a ley line track there. You want it to go to
Right.
somewhere else. So
Right, if there are
either
tracks that lead northeast from Hadale, that would be
So,
very useful to
train
yes.
track to here. Let's find out. If there's one going that way. No. One going this way. Yeah. Is there one going to this place? Hilariously. No. Is there one going to this place? No. You see areas where they probably could have, but according to the map, as you kind of look, you have to kind of use the magical zoom, if you will, like check different pages of it. The map, sorry, you kind of like look very close, look for tiny little symbols. You see a lot of the train symbols are over in Ascara. You have to compare the Ascara symbols and go, okay, that's a train track. Okay. Where are Are there any over here? And you see like one or two like down here or here.
Mhm.
And some all the way in the far south.
Gotcha.
But you don't see any coming out of this city.
Okay.
There are train tracks, because this is already established in this area.
Right, in the Darklands.
In the neutral area.
Not in the Darkland. In Ravager's War and all that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What is that stretch of land called there? Southeast of Waccamaw?
It has different names. It's kind of a neutral area. But it'd be like...
Okay. So it's the hinterlands or whatever, yeah.
It's like the Waccamaw Ascara trade path or something like that. But it depends who you talk to. Everyone has a different name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that's white like that is neutral. Or rather, no one has any great claim on the area, so most of the cities are really on their own.
Right. I'm looking at the symbols that we have marked in the Darklands, and I can't remember what the symbol... Oh, there it is. It's the Eclipse Sanctum. All right. I wasn't getting proper reading from my mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Mouse over, sorry. Ignore me. Continue.
I see. You found out this much studying the maps and comparing them. It's really hard because you're talking about areas that the only one of you is really familiar with, but Lucius is looking at maps that aren't Coriacello maps. So it's a lot of, that looks right. That looks right. That looks right. And then, oh, what happens north of here? You knew that once upon a time, but you were a fancy rich noble getting a free ride. So actually, I like to think that your adventure, because your adventure started like over here.
Right.
So I think you took a boat to get all the way over there and then started heading this way. Like, so you even go up this way.
Or I probably only ever went up so far north as to go here and then get a boat.
Yeah, because Hedale is a fortress city. It's the one that's securing this border, more or less. There are smaller forts, but this is the big no, go away. Our part of the
Yeah,
Republic.
and that, you know what? And that's where all the members of the Avantis family that are actually meant to lead militaries get to go.
And for clarity's sake, all these blue tokens around here surrounding the Darklands,
It's just
to the north
unknown.
of this water, are just unknown. They're still land probably, but we don't know what they are. They haven't been explored in a long time.
Correct.
Right? So if we go there, we might find a route through.
I mean, I'd say probably the best, like, our best bets would, I'd say we have like two good bets. One would be to get back to Castle Highmount. The other would be to go either to Corio or whatever the city is over here and try and get a boat.
Well, we know if we can get to Castle Highmount, we know that the Lord there can teleport us to anywhere we need to go. So
It's just a very
getting to
circuitous.
Castle Highmount seems difficult. We are.
It's just a very circuitous route.
If we can get a message to him, he can actually teleport us to him, correct?
Yeah, he can move the castle to where we are.
He can move the castle.
Yeah,
mean,
he can drop the gate somewhere, but it's very... You'd have to wait till a messenger got to him. And you'd have to wait precisely where you are for him to set a cat. So yeah, in theory, he could drop a gate too. You just have to hire some adventurer or some courier to run off and get it to him, which would take
a while.
It would, a normal courier moves if they're using if it's just a regular, if it's a cheap courier, it's 1 hex a day. If it's a more expensive one, like one who has a horse or part of a caravan, they move 2 hexes a day.
And at that point, we might as well just
travel ourselves, right?
Yeah, at that rate.
Because you'd have to let that courier go and like wait precisely where you told them to go, and then you'd have to until eventually gates would appear. Because he just tries with the whole castle. He's able to make the gates appear to pierce the horizon and land right where you are to kind of create a portal
We
between where
basically
his
have to
castle and
send a
where you are.
message, tell him where we're at, and then we'd have to wait there for him to send the gate.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, is there any way that we or devices that we have that can reach him with magical communication?
We don't have anything like that
Nope.
currently.
The
Although that
fastest thing we have is my train.
All right. Just
If there were anything like
Oh.
that, it'd be like an Ascaran artifact of some kind or some magitech thing.
Sure.
None of the high magic stuff or natural fantasy stuff you've encountered so far communicates that way.
fair enough. Fair enough.
might be something to keep an eye out for when we are in
True.
Ascara, but I think at the end of the day that really narrows it down to two options, with one of the options being a little with the other option having a couple of sub options. The first option is go the circuitous route back to the castle. The other option is to go to either Corio or this city, whatever it is, and try to get a boat.
Another place to get
But
a
we leave the train behind.
Hmm?
But we
Train.
don't want to leave the train behind, right?
you'd have to commission a ship that could carry the train.
Gotcha.
It'd be an expensive journey because you'd have to haul. It's not just transporting you; it's transporting the train with you. Because there are ships that can hold big super carriages like that, especially Ascaran ships bound for Ascara. Because hilariously, some rich people just buy train cars because it's expensive.
Right.
No tracks or nothing. They just put it down, or I'm going to build rails here one day. When the Senate approves the funding. So I'm not
The other
paying
thing-
for it.
The other thing, another point in favor of us going back to Corio, is we need to finalize that whole thing about relations with Wakamal, the duchy.
Oh, right.
Yep.
You're
Because
right.
I put that
complete a diplomatic relationship.
because I put that thing in my dad's hands, and that's probably
Going nowhere now. Yeah.
going nowhere now. And if we want it to go somewhere, I'm gonna have to probably go to Corio, approach the assembly in my capacity as the pilgrim, and be like, I am the pilgrim. I also come bearing tidings of the Duchy of Wokamal.
My
Right.
lame ass dad wouldn't do it.
My lame ass dad wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I guess that's actually a really good argument to go back to Corio. So I'm voting
I mean-
for that.
And I mean, we have, even if we were to go back to Castle Highmount, we'd have to go down that way anyhow. Because we'd have to go.
Along the track anyway, right?
Yeah, we'd have to go
So
down
it's only
here
like another
anyway.
2 days out of our.
Yeah, it's only So
Well, who knows? Maybe someone in Corio has a message sending method that we don't know about too.
yeah, right.
Maybe they have a way of contacting Wakamal through diplomatic channels we're unaware of, and then we could get a message to them to let them know to send a gate to get us. So
Mhm.
we could 2 birds, 1 stone, possibly.
hmm
All right, yeah, that's my vote.
You guys agree?
Okay, sure.
So south you go. Oh. I believe a discovery just happened.
Yep.
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 If you roll up another city,
Speed us up. Speed us up.
What you discover is that you encounter some people along the road who are heading north, and you see it's actually a senator's delegation who is heading up to Osta, and they are led by as you're traveling on the ley line track. It's a full, well, not a legion, but it's pretty big. It's a senator plus their entourage. So not entirely legion, but smaller. the word escapes me. There's a word for it. In modern terms, a company of people rather than a full legion.
Right.
A retinue.
Bigger than a retinue. Forget what it is. It's a unit that's small. That's what you have multiple of this in a legion. Century. Haha.
Century?
Yes.
A century.
So a century of people, because it's big enough. It's not just as right. It's also like a lot of guards to fight monsters and bandits that may attack them on the
100
road.
men plus, it's like 100 men plus officers and whatnot that command them. Yep.
So you see they're heading your way. They make no effort to really stop your train. They see you quite. You see that because you're traveling across open plains, so it's hard not to see each other. They do, but you see them kind of shift. Like there's a pause as you're approaching them, and then they kind of realize that someone must have figured out that you're traveling on a ley line. They're like, oh, well, we'll just move aside so you guys can go by. But they stay nearby in case you want to stop and talk to them.
Do I recognize their...
Yes.
It's Senator Palpatine.
I
Sorry.
mean, if
first
I had to,
senator name I could think of.
if I had to guess, it's presumably the senator from that other family that was fighting mine.
Yeah, it's the senator for the opposition, for one of the opposition families. That I can tell you. I can get the exact name, but I have to look it up.
Yeah, I think we should probably talk to them.
All right,
I'll
I'll
let
stop
you
the
handle that.
train. Stop the
Yeah.
train.
And Lucius will get out.
Did we want to take a rest? Like, I'm fine, but I mean, we could
I'm good.
stand to take a rest, maybe. I don't know. Asking.
That camp action I will not take until after this.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just letting the group know maybe we should consider it. I don't know.
Aha, there it is. It is the House of Valerius. You see their banner with a bronze shield encircled by laurels. So you step out of the train. Does anyone else disembark from the train to meet with the sentry?
I'll kind of stick my head out the window.
I'll step out.
I can't let him go alone, so I'll go with him. Yes, little rabbit girl in a maid costume.
You're still wearing that.
It's all I've got. My other armor was destroyed.
Hail, House Valerius.
The first people you encounter are guards. Who, centurions who march up to meet yours. There'd be 5 of them. Hail there, traveler.
What news from Corio?
I would rather know your business. I do not know of any train that has been traveling this way. Or any trade
Indeed.
caravan.
Indeed. I may have information that will be of interest to can I tell that there's like probably a full senator in this, or
Someone of a senate of House Valerius is present. If it's not likely, the senator is either one of the senators of Valerius is likely leading. They need a senator to be leading this company. That would be this century.
Yes. I would hope to speak with a representative of Valerius. He will likely want to hear from the last pilgrim to Mount Novio.
What? Who are you?
I am Lucius.
Lucius of a family, a
Form-
city.
For now, just Lucius.
You can attempt willpower at -3. You sound like some
Yeah.
random pilgrim or plebeian who wants to talk to a senator. It's like, no. you talk to us.
Mm.
I
Minus
guess your
3, you
title
say?
doesn't carry
Yeah.
any weight with random centurions.
Blah.
Ooh, he misses his last name so much.
Well, my last name would make it worse.
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
not.
miss having status.
Hmm.
I'm going to
Yeah.
stand behind him like a maid would and say he's the last pilgrim of what's the name of the mountain again? Of to
Mount
Mount
Novio.
That's like important in your culture, isn't it?
Is that slip of the tongue in the eye when she actually said?
Yeah.
So
I love it.
we're willing to pass along any spiritual or arcanist or spiritualist, said that already, message, and we'll carry it on. But the senator is rather
Well,
busy, so we don't have time
indeed.
to give random audiences, even to clergy. He says clergy with doubt because he looks at you. You're not dressed like any sort of, because you have no spiritual spiritual
Right.
levels. You look like some random traveler with the laurels, which is giving them a reason. You get the feeling the laurels are why someone in the group got a feeling about that train. It's like, you know what? Let's not mess with the train. Why? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave the train alone.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, the message I have for you to convey is not spiritual, but may be of interest to them nonetheless. You may let them know that the forces of Lucius Avantis have been well and truly thwarted.
I started circling you a little bit and spread out. Of
I'm just
who
gonna
you
face
said,
palm.
sir?
It's hang on, what was his name? The forces of Lucius Avantis have been thwarted.
Oh. You know, I didn't realize Lucius was that common a name. Weird. Well, thanks for letting us know. We'll pass it along to the senator. And the guards, you notice, don't seem to be looking at you. They're looking around. They seem to be watching for monsters.
As we're walking back to the train, I'm going to lean into you and whisper, maybe you shouldn't have said Lucius. Maybe you should have said your father.
No, Volusius.
Oh, is that your brother's name?
Yeah, that's my brother's
So-
name.
So your dad named his children Volusius and Lucius?
Yes.
Wow.
Give me willpower as part of it, because I actually heard Lucius on my end, so I was like, are you
I
trying
heard
to
Lucius
say
on
you
mine
aren't
too.
part of things
No.
anymore? What are you hinting at?
No, Volusius.
Yeah, give me willpower straight.
Yeah. I also misheard it, Corby.
Do we all roll willpower?
Well, that's good. You get
Oh.
opportunity. As it is, the roll is, because I initially rolled to see if he recognized that Lucius Avantis and Lucius were the same person. He failed, but thankfully you catch Lucius. You catch on. Oh, he misheard me. That's not. He must not be familiar with my accent. He's probably not from Coriostello. He's not from Corio.
He's probably provincial.
He's from provincial. It's like, oh, that's why he's looking at me funny. No. Let me try that again. You say it a little slower. He's like, oh. And before you use opportunity.
No, I didn't say Volusius. I said Volusius.
Oh. Yeah, well, actually, well, I already knew that. That's part of why we're marching north. The entire Avantis estate was consumed in dark flame. So we're trying to see if there's any survivors left in Osta.
I will look over at Lucy.
Yeah, how do you want to use that opportunity, buddy?
Hang on.
There you go.
Consumed in darkness usually doesn't sound like a very good
Yeah.
finale.
Ooh. Favor.
Yeah.
your actions earn you someone's support or admiration. This is gonna, like, the fact that we showed up, even if it's not like this exact moment, word is eventually gonna percolate up to whoever's at the top of that Senate. I keep forgetting the other house name.
Hilarious.
Valerius. The report's gonna trickle up from these guards somewhere, and the senator at the head of House Valerius is gonna put 2 and 2 together and make 4 as to who I am and what I did.
Okay. And with this encounter, as you begin to part ways amicably with the guards, and their delegation continues north and you continue south, we will end it here. As we can take comfort that the Pale Syndicate has been destroyed, and the Mount Novio and its mountain ranges are safe. Although it seems House Avantis has paid a heavy price for the Sorceress's involvement and the Ultima that led them to a rather hard choice. As 6 Ultima go away, as 2 threats are no longer relevant.
Oh no.
Well, I guess your dad is
Ooh.
off the board.
For all of you
And my
watching out
brother.
there, for all of you watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Oh
That was
boy.
a mind-blowing finale. Ooh.
That was great. Oh
Election
man.
manipulation.
Yup.
Very nice. Very cool.
Man.